We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Mariota on first down. He will find the rookie from Iowa State. That's Hakeem Butler. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The tackle was by the Boston College product Harold Landry.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Allen. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jayon Brown. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
And brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lorenzo Alexander gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's now 3rd down.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. He wants it all for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's first and 10 at the 19-yard line. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Right there.
Now Allen.
Watch the pass.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards left. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping a tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen, and off his back foot, he'll heave this. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 44-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Mike, watch the twist, watch the twist. 3. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Hey, look. Blue 18. 54. Mike, 54. Ricky. One. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. One. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run with Darkwa. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
One. Double time. Out. 3 down. Out.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Mike's 50. No chance.
Third down, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you've got to make that throw, right? That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On the run, Darkwa. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Darkwa, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on fourth down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Suckup. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check right, check right. Bang, 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 bang. 52.
To the air, Allen. Over the middle here to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
First down, Buffalo.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, it's Gore. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 54. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Watch 52. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Ready? Bravo.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Rush in.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
61. Matchbox lights. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You go alert, alert, alert. Son, you gonna see me in your nightmares. Mike 54. You got it.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Push him back. Hey, exit.
Allen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. 1st and 10 at the 19. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. It's out time. It's out time, guys. It's out time. Show it up. Show it up. 5 wide.
Second quarter. 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-tap.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie. The first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed.
Super toe.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Mike 50, Mike 50. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Throwing on second and long. Mariota, man open left side is Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm here all day.
Mariota to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. White now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
8 yards on the pickup.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Next to score, Bills 14, Titans 3. Stephen Hauschka to kick off.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 27-yard line.
From the 27, Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry. And now it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Throwing, Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Here's Mariota. His throw incomplete. He was looking for the rookie A.J. Brown there, and that'll bring up second down. This meeting between the Bills and Titans, part of the NFL 100 series, and everybody remembers the Music City Miracle back in 1999 with 16 seconds left and the Titans trailing by 1. They took the kickoff. Frank Wycheck threw a lateral pass across the field to Kevin Dyson, who went 75 yards untouched for the game-winning score, as if the Bills had not already endured enough postseason heartache from the early 90s, and then they would not make the playoffs again until a couple of years ago in 2017. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They'll throw again. Mariota uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go right back to Singletary. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I got him. Pass. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Now Allen.
Well, that's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A 3rd quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. And the Vikings opening up their lead. They've scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Three.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. On the return, it's White. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
We own them. We own them.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
56.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the run. They're running it. Motion, I got one.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter from Oakland. The Bears have just scored, so they add on to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Blue 18. I got you, son. I got you, son.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set. Play again. 57.
Yo.
First down, Mariota. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mariota hands to Henry. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
One. 57, Mike 57. Watch the slant. One. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Orbit.
Throwing is Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
41's the mic. Check 41. Hey, let's get out.
Now Mariota. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
Third down and 3 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch left. He's tight right there. Out. 5 down. Stand up. One. 41, Mike, 41.
Third and goal, Mariota. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play.
Let's get it.
A 20-yard attempt.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, there's something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And the Bills first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, but it'll be second down. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
On the toss, it's Gore. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Let's go, D. Alert. Mike 54. Mike 54. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now, throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? Rip right.
On second down, Mariota again. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Hey, 50 to Mike, Charlie. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
To throw is Mariota. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Derrick Henry. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
This is Henry. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Mariota now. That's caught by Butler over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Mariota. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Watch twist.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He finds Coleman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Drop deep. One. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Target.
Mariota to throw it. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Brandon Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 7, let's go. Breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time deep.
Mariota again. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
It's our time. Check nickel. Middle. Mike, hey, hold. Mike, 5-4. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to
Throwing now is Allen. And the grab by Croft. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
check 55 to Mike. We ain't giving him nothing to check. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Tight right. We got three, fellas. We got 3.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Watch the curve.
Now Mariota. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Where are they, team? 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 3.
Here's Mariota. Open man completes it to Butler. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On the NFL scoreboard, they're in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia, and the Eagles have extended their lead in that ball game. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. Mariota to throw. Right side complete to Butler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick is good. He knocks through his third field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And it'll be a hot time across the Cumberland tonight. The Titans have won it. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Tennessee, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.